I did it my way.
Hello, I'm Mitchell Ryan Darcy, and welcome to my vlog review series. Today, I'm going to watch Kingsman: The Golden Circle. And I'm not gonna lie, Kingsman: The Golden Circle is my number one most anticipated film for 2017. Yeah, this is the one movie I was like, okay, I'm super excited for. But then, that amazing teaser trailer. I was like, okay, now this is my most anticipated film of the year. Like, this is the one film I am like absolutely going to just. It's just I feel like I might be overhyping it a little too much. There's a couple things that have me worried. Today is September 21st, so actually, today is the early showing for it because it's supposed to come out tomorrow, which is Friday, but today is Thursday, and they have two showings later on. Yeah, so today is the day before the release, so it's actually really cool seeing the movie, like the very first showing publicly that's available to anyone. Thursday, the night of, it's 7 p.m. showing, and then there's one afterwards at like 10 or 11, so really cool seeing a movie just before the actual release date. So for once, I'm gonna have my review posted on the day after, like the day it's supposed to come out. Because usually it takes me a while to edit and put these things together, so I post it early morning of the day after, so that's gonna be cool. But yeah, Kingsman: The Golden Circle. That I love the teaser trailer. I love the editing and how it was done and presented. The teaser trailer was so good that I really wanted to edit a fan-made version of something in the style of that trailer, and I decided to do it on Ruby. I was like, I take Ruby Volume 4, and I literally made a shot-for-shot recreation of the Kingsman 2 teaser trailer in the style of Ruby. You can check that out. I'll link it at the end. Because originally I was going to be like, okay, so they're going to show teaser trailers and feeder trailers, or theatrical trailer, or longer trailers, the second big trailers or that. I'm going to try to not see anything and then go into Kingsman: The Golden Circle not seeing anything. But when the first teaser trailer hit and I was in the theaters watching, I was like, I really want to see it, a little bit of footage. So I watched the teaser trailer and I was amazed. Later on, the new, bigger trailer came out, and I was like, okay, I'm definitely not seeing the bigger trailer. No matter what happens, and my will was tested when I went to see Baby Driver for the third time, and they updated the trailer, so they didn't have the teaser trailer anymore playing in front of Baby Driver. It's the full trailer. So as soon as it started, I recognized right away from the music and the editing, because after editing Ruby Volume 4 trailer in the style of Kingsman: The Golden Circle, I know that teaser trailer inside and out, sound and editing wise. So I knew right away it was the bigger trailer, just from editing. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna actually close my eyes for the trailers. I've never done this before, so I closed my eyes because I figured visual has more spoilers than sound. And oh boy, was like, I haven't seen the movie yet, but sitting in the theater watching, or not watching, but hearing the teaser or the longer trailer, it sounded so epic. But the thing is, I barely remember any of the audio that was said. There was like a couple lines in that, but I don't remember anything specifically. So that is really cool because now I'm going in to see Kingsman: The Golden Circle with only knowing about the footage that's in the teaser trailer. So I believe most of the movie's not spoiled for me, not yet or anything like that. That's another reason why I wanted to see the very first showing of it, because I didn't want anything spoiled for me. I saw on Facebook a friend of mine posted, because he's kind of excited for the movie, but the thing is, the critic reviews are out way before the first showing publicly, so currently Kingsman: The Golden Circle, I didn't want to know this, but apparently it's getting a lot of mixed reviews, and I'm trying not to let the mixed reviews worry me, because I tried my best not to look at anything specific. I just glanced at them like, damn it, mixed reviews, that's not good. So I'm trying to push that to the back of my mind when I go see Kingsman: The Golden Circle, because you got amazing cast, and Matthew Vaughn is a great director. He's one of my favorite directors, but he really only does like the first version of the movie. Like, for example, he did X-Men First Class, he did Kick-Ass. Kick-Ass was an amazing movie. And then when the second one came out, he didn't direct the second one, but he produced it. And apparently, because, well, the second one's nowhere near as good as the first one, he said that he learned a lot of things and lessons from Kick-Ass 2. So that made me more excited when he decided to direct Kingsman 2, the Golden Circle. And so I'm very excited to see his first take of a sequel, first take of him directing a sequel, and especially the fact that apparently he learned from Kick-Ass 2 what not to do sequel-wise. So, but now I'm a little bit worried because of the mixed reviews critically. I still think possibly I'm trying to push into my mind that that's just the critics, that's just the people who do reviews for a living and all that, and I think the general audience, will like the movie a lot better. That's what I'm hoping for. I won't know until after probably the first week of Kingsman: The Golden Circle. Hopefully it doesn't bomb, because the director really wanted to do the third movie, and I really like the world, as crazy and over the top it is. I really like how this is the only kind of serious, kind of not serious spy type films that we have out, because James Bond right now, it's all very serious, and it was the important sort of thing in the very first Kingsman, the whole it's not that kind of movie, bro, where it's like, because I just rewatched the first one, Kingsman. I didn't want to rewatch Kingsman, the first one, before going into this, but I was too excited that I really wanted to rewatch it, so I watched it again, and I remember it reminded me just how violent the movie is, and how crazy action was and all that, and how just fun the overall movie is, and a part of me is a little bit worried for the sequel, and that's partly because of the critics, but I'm trying not to let the critics get in my head, because apparently they've already planted the seed in my head that maybe this movie's not going to be good. At the very least, you got a tremendous cast. Super excited to see what kind of characters they play in that, because once again, I only seen the teaser trailer. I don't even know who the real villain is for the movie. I'm under the impression it's either Jeff Bridges or Julianne Moore, or I guess it could be Halle Berry, But I don't know. I'm just trying to think because the teaser trailer, the way it's set up, it's like Julianne Moore is the first name, so she might be the villain. But I don't know. There's so many A-list actors in this movie. It's like they could all be having a role. Maybe there is no villains. Maybe it's all just like neutral. Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm judging this from the first movie as well, Kingsman. It's only as great as its villains, so there has to be probably some over-the-top villain or whatever. Maybe. Oh, and that's another thing. I almost looked it over. Colin Firth. You know he's still alive. He survived Kingsman. Spoiler. Sorry. Somehow he survived. I don't know how. Super excited to watch the movie just to find out that detail. And also, it's like maybe he's playing. I loved reading some of these theories. This was way in the first teaser trailer came out. The theory that he's going to be playing the villain, because it goes back to the first movie's line where it's like, where Samuel L. Jackson and Colin Firth was talking to one another, and Colin Firth, or Samuel L. Jackson's like, oh, I always wanted to play the gentleman spy role, and Colin Firth was like, I always fancied trying to be a megalomaniac, villain. And it's like, wouldn't it be a little bit irony if he turned into the villain? Maybe that's not Colin's first character. I think Harry was his name. Yeah, but maybe Colin Firth's character did die, and that's his evil twin. Or maybe it's a twin or a brother, just like in A Better Tomorrow, having the twin who looks exactly the same, but he's actually just the same actor playing a different character. I don't know where they went script-wise, but I'm super excited to check it out. I kind of hope it's not going to be the Kick-Ass 2 equivalent of the series, where it's like Kick-Ass was really good, which was, first Kingsman was really good, and then have the second one not as good and as okay. I kind of hope not for that for Kingsman. I really hope it's just as good as the original, if not better. That's what I'm hoping for. And, man, I loved how they, on the subject of Colin Firth, how they advertised, because there's no way that they knew right away, casting-wise, if Colin Firth was going to return in the movie, everyone would know about it. There's no way they could keep it secret. So I loved how they used that in the marketing for the second Kingsman. As a he's still alive? Holy crap. But how? And then not tell you. So you have to see the movie to find out and all that. I wonder what kind of character Elton John plays. Because I think he's sort of like the Mark Hamill was to the first one, that Elton John's going to be in this movie. But I wonder, and I also wonder what music they're going to play. Like, for example, they used Frank Sinatra, My Way, and it's like in the teaser trailer, and I'm like, are they going to use that music in the movie? I don't know. I'm pretty excited. Try not to hype this up too much, but I really enjoyed the first one. I really want to see where it goes. It's like the turning point. It's like, this is the moment where I know it's like, after the end of today, I will have seen Kingsman: The Golden Circle. And if it's a bad movie, it's like they'll probably not make a third one. Like how Kick-Ass 3, they were kind of, they're still back and forth on whether or not to do Kick-Ass 3. Which is unfortunate, because I really want to see where it goes, even though the second one was nowhere near as good as the first one. The first one was amazingly well done, like structurally and everything, and even though it's a little bit over the top near the end, I think it was a really good film. I mean, I think it's in my top 20 favorite films of all time. Kingsman, I believe, is in my top 100 if I remember correctly, but I'm not sure. I have to recheck that. I did it my way. I just watched Kingsman 2.
Because I went with my family, I mixed up the tickets. I'm not a senior. I just accidentally gave out the wrong tickets to my family.
Yeah, I just watched Kingsman 2, The Golden Circle. It's actually just called Kingsman, The Golden Circle, but Kingsman 2, okay. I can a little bit see why people are mixed on the review for Kingsman, but you know what? To me, it was a really great sequel. It handled everything perfectly as far as Kingsman, like, it felt like it was part of that crazy world. A lot of people will probably be complaining, oh, it's too over the top and all that, but the first one was over the top. I mean, the second one, if it goes a little bit further, it shows you the boundary of it, but I do admit there's a couple things where it's, plot-wise, where it's just a little too, like, you don't feel as pressured, like, you still feel the pressure for the overall, like, problem that they're trying to fix. I'm gonna do my best not to spoil, so I'm not saying any details or whatever, because the whole thing took me by surprise detail-wise. Matthew Vaughn did everything right for the sequel. Absolutely. And, okay, maybe not everything right, but for the most part, most of it was right. Like, right on the money. Everything else, problem-wise, I think was just slightly off the mark, but it's still, nonetheless, most of it was on the mark. And that is what's important, because sequels are, well, very hard to do, because, you know, after doing something so good the first time, how do you continue it without either repeating too much or going way too big or not big enough, or just to satisfy the audience and fans of the original. So, Matthew Vaughn, you did a really good job. I know you're not watching this, but yeah, I enjoyed the movie from start to finish. The action scenes did not displease me at all. Like, I totally into it. Crazy, awesome, can't wait to rewatch it. Kingsman, on the other hand, the first one's amazing, and the second one was really good. Really good. Cast members all did a great job. Elton John, I'm not going to spoil what he has role-wise, but really fun. Julianne Moore. I mean, this is the whole thing about Kingsman 2, is it was a memorable experience, and some of the technical aspects of the film was really well done. It's just, once again, it's like you're comparing it to the villain, and the villain is, Julianne Moore does a really good job. She makes it memorable, but it's just, it's not her fault or the production size, it's just, in general, it's like, that's the thing, is I'm comparing it to the first one, and that's kind of the problem sequels have, is you're always comparing it to previous ones. You don't have, like, if the first Kingsman movie didn't exist and this second movie just suddenly appeared out of nowhere, would it stand up on its own? And I think it does, but I mean, there's so many callbacks and stuff related to the first one. That's the thing. Matthew Vaughn did a really good job of blending the two and bridging the gap and all the, I'm not going to say specifically what, but plot, backstory, action, just characters and all that. Really good blend in. So almost seamless. Like, it's just, the thing is, because I'm pretty sure the trailer kind of spoiled it, a little bit, not really, but Harry's back. And I'm not going to say how or why or specifics to those things, but they have an interesting way of the way they brought him back and all that. They used a certain thing, and it's like, I can't say what it is, but after having a plot detail script-wise to bring a character like that back after literally being shot in the head, to bring him back, it sort of lessens, like, whenever a character is dying or not or whatever, or stakes for the characters and all that, it sort of lessens it, so you're like, they can come back for a third one, and you know it. I'm not saying which character specifically, but I'm just saying it's like, if there is a third one, I wouldn't be surprised if certain characters return as well, especially some of the other lesser size. I'm surprised continuation off of the first movie, which characters, as well as Harry, come back and all that. And wow, action scenes really good, because I know Matthew Vaughn, he's like, we did not want to do a church scene again and just do it bigger and longer, and that doesn't make it necessarily better. So Matthew Vaughn tried, it just seemed like the techniques they learned with the film, with the church scene, apply that to all the little action scenes. Not to make those action scenes feel like the church scene. None of them did. They were all original in their own way. But I picked up on some of the camera moves and techniques and wipes between shots and all that they used during the scene. Kingsman was a really good movie. Really enjoyed it. I'm glad I saw it in theaters. If you liked the first Kingsman in any sort of way, you will like the second one in any way that you liked the first one. I think it's a really good continuation. I really hope this movie does really well, because I really want to see a third one. And it would be nice for Matthew Vaughn to have a trilogy, because I know Kick-Ass 3 is sort of in somewhat development. I'm looking forward to that too, if that ever gets made, and I'm excited to watch that. So you know what, Matthew Vaughn, whatever project you work on next, I'm still totally behind whatever it is you want to do, because you do some really fun movies and really great movies and just really good movies in general. So can't wait to see what you do next. Really good movie. Really enjoyed it. Fun. The music was really good. Like the score, because the first one had a really memorable score. Just considering it is a sort of, the Kingsman was like a in between Austin Powers and what currently is the James Bond franchise. So it's that little bit of absurd and drama in between, comedy, without going too far and all that into total spoof territory. So, and the music was absolutely memorable. I still have to pick up the original Kingsman soundtrack, because it is really good. And now I have to pick up the Kingsman, the second one, soundtrack, because I didn't catch credit wise if it was the same person who did the first one. But if it is, whoever did the second one, they did a really good job of taking the first one and sort of adding to it, changing it, and improving it to what the second one is. I especially love some of the mixes, because they use certain songs that were not made for the movie, obviously, and they put it in the movie, and they put it in a certain, like, I noticed it during some of the fight scenes that they had their own altered version of the song, and I don't know where they found it or if they made it specifically for Kingsman 2, but either way, really cool mixing. Knowing some of the songs too well, I actually kind of noticed when they edited it. But you would probably not pick up on it being a normal audience member. But yeah, Kingsman: The Golden Circle, highly recommend it. If you even saw the first one and if you thought it was anywhere between okay and good, check out the second one, see what you think of it. It's just, as it goes added on, it does go a little too far crazy wise, but it's really fun, really memorable choices, design and everything, and I can't wait to rewatch it, and I can't wait to own it on Blu-ray and add it to the collection. So I want to know what you thought of Kingsman: The Golden Circle. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you again for watching. I want you to have a nice day or night or whatever time you watch this. Have a nice whatever. Check it out, my other stuff, if you want. Entirely up to you. Until next time, I'm Mitchell Ryan Darcy, and I just watched Kingsman: The Golden Circle.